everything that exists comes from the same energy, the same source that created you and I, where we come from, where everyone and everything comes from, which is Mother Earth. Then you tap into this source of infinite possibility. I'm going to share today 7 specific ways that you can connect with Mother Earth. And when you can connect to her and tap into her energy, allowing her to support you and guide you throughout this life, which is exactly what she wants to do and is just waiting for you to open your heart and allow her to do. In order to connect to Mother Earth and her energy and allow her to support you in your daily life, in accomplishing your dreams and manifesting the things that you desire, you must start with creating and establishing a relationship with her, building that connection and building the trust. So number 1 is going to be grounding, of course. We're going to start with perhaps the most obvious one. If you haven't heard of grounding yet or earthing, I strongly suggest that you watch the movie Earthing, or just look it up on YouTube. But the movie Earthing is amazing, and it goes into this all in depth. But basically, it's where you physically make that connection with the earth, skin to skin if possible. So whether that's working in the garden with your hands, feeling the dirt and the earth, it can also be taking off your socks and shoes and walking barefoot in the sand, in the grass. If you don't have those options available, though, that's okay. I know it can be challenging sometimes, according to where you live, what season of the year it is, and things like that. Know that you can also practice grounding by just touching a tree, as the tree is grounded through its roots into Mother Earth, or touch a plant or a flower. And when you do this, electrons from the earth, I think that's what they're called, it's all explained more in detail, of course, in the movie Earthing, but it's the electrons from the earth, or negative ions, I believe it is, which is really positive for your body. They come streaming down into your body through that connection and throughout your entire body. It's been proven to lower blood pressure, lower stress, help with insomnia, lower inflammation, so many things. There are so many benefits, and you can feel it, especially if you are conscious about it. Of course, you could do this, go outside and you're working with your computer and you are sitting in the grass, it's a nice day, and you have your barefoot on the grass, and that's great. If you have the opportunity to do that, please do it. However, in that situation, you're not fully intentional or conscious about connecting with the earth, right? You're doing it on a physical level, which is great, but connecting at the same time on a mental level, spiritually, being conscious of this connection that you're making with her as you're making the physical connection makes it much more powerful. Number 2 is moon gazing or sun gazing. And this is something I've started really recently, but I can already tell how powerful it is and feel the effects and feel the difference. It was a full moon just a couple of days ago, and the sky was clear. It was a beautiful night. So I went outside, and one night I just sat down, and the other night I was kind of walking around in the yard looking at the moon, but really just connecting with the moon. And you can do this with the sun as well. Looking at it, just focusing on it. You can practice gratitude and thank it for being there, for being present in your life, for everything it does, for how it makes the tides go in and out, how it affects plant growth, all of us as human beings, all the things. Or you can just kind of gaze into it, focus on it, appreciate it, and feel the energy that it's emitting. Feel it as it hits your skin and as it goes into your body. The same thing with the sun. Now, you may want to be careful and not necessarily look directly at the sun, especially depending on the time of day, of course, but you can go out, you can even close your eyes, open your arms if you want, but you don't need to. Just feel the sun on your skin, feel how it heats up your skin, feel that energy, that heat, that Father Sun is emitting and is sharing the life that it's bringing to us. And just remember and think about, all of the things that the sun enables us to do, and how without the sun, we would not be here, the plants would not be here, the animals would not be here, we would not be experiencing life as it is. Just taking a moment to turn off your phone and all other distractions, take a break from work or whatever it is that you're doing, and just give yourself that time one-on-one in silence with nature. You can do this also with a tree, just by observing a tree and really appreciating it. And as you do this, you'll notice that you start to feel its essence. You start to feel the energy that it's putting out, because you can feel that and receive it, and receive the abundance of Mother Earth while you do this, whether it's with a tree or plants or with the sun or the moon. Appreciate the abundance that is in nature. The sun rises every single day without fail, right? It's always there for us. It's always there. It's always providing the energy that we need. And just by becoming aware of that, being conscious of it, especially while being right there, receiving its energy at the same time, we'll start to notice some differences in how you feel and in manifestation and things that you're wanting to achieve or experience in your life, how the path to get there starts to be more clear, and how you start to raise your vibration and how you feel to match the vibration of nature, which is a high vibration, and that's going to attract to you high vibrational things. Number 3 is sort of playing off of what I just said about appreciating nature, but it's really being conscious, intentionally conscious about connecting with nature. And in order to do that, you need to get out of your head, and you don't want to overanalyze things. Just go out in nature, whether it's taking a walk or you're sitting in your backyard, gaze at the stars, the moon, the sun, maybe there's some animals out there, the trees, whatever it is, but just really appreciate nature, and be present with it. And this in itself will allow you to align with that higher vibration, which will bring more clarity into your life, more love, more peace, more freedom, which in the end is what we all want, right? If you're looking for a relationship, a romantic relationship, or to have more friends, or to make more money, or to move into a new house, all of these things have feelings behind them, right? Why do I want this new house? What is it going to bring to me? I'm looking for a feeling that I believe that I'm going to get by acquiring this new house, right? That's the real reason why we want the house. We don't want the house so much just to have the house. We want it because we feel like it's going to help us feel maybe more complete, or it's going to help us feel more successful and fulfilled and happy. Maybe we're going to feel more at peace and relaxed because we have our own space and we can create and decorate it, as we want. Maybe we're going to feel more free because where we're living right now, we have to share the space with someone, but this is going to be your place that you can manage and kind of run however you want, right? So the feeling behind it is the peace, it's the freedom, it's the fulfillment. You can find all of those things right now through nature. And when you do, that is going to attract those circumstances that give you those feelings. Another thing you can do is connect to the Earth's consciousness. Now, I'm not going to go too much in depth about this because I've created a whole other video that talks all about this and give tips on how you can do this. But basically, it is establishing that connection with Mother Earth, even if you are not in nature physically, right? You don't need to be outside in nature in order to connect with the Earth consciousness. Now, if you do want to learn more about that, please check out the video that I created on how to connect with Earth consciousness. I will add it at the end of this video on the screen, so you can click over to it, or you can also find it in the description below. Now, another thing you can do to connect more with Mother Earth and allow her to support you is you have to align with her, and as we were talking about before, with her vibration, with the vibration that she is on, which is high frequency. And so if we just think about nature and we look at nature, whether it's the plants, a river, animals, animals, all of the things, we see the example of what nature really is, right? She's not rigid. She's always changing. She's flexible. She's always flowing, right? A river may be raging and full, chaotic at times, but then it gets to a place where it's calm and still, and it all kind of relaxes into this calmness and this peace. And so think about and find ways where in your life you can do the same. How can you be more flexible? How can you flow more, right? Go with the flow. How can you shift and make changes as needed? Because if there's anything constant in life, it's change, right? It's the same with nature. It's always changing. It's always evolving. So how can you change? How can you evolve? But also, how can you be more playful? How can you be more playful? How can you appreciate the little things like the animals do, right? Like the bugs do. They're not like the bugs do, right? How can you do that in your life? And by just embodying and applying some of the same intentions and ways of living in your life that align with nature, that will allow you to connect to her at a deeper level so that you can experience the love and support and guidance that she has for you. Now this next one maybe goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyways because it's very important. You can't expect to connect with Mother Earth and experience all the benefits that this can bring to your life if you are not treating her with love and respect. So think about how you are interacting with nature. One, first of all, are you even aware that she is there? Are you even acknowledging her presence? Or are you just neglecting it? Start with that. But then also think about, how are you treating animals, whether wild or not? Of course, we want to treat them all with love and respect as well. But what about, and that's fairly obvious, but what about things like bugs even? Of course, people are more likely to be conscious about and just drawn to taking care of, nurturing, and giving love to cute little animals. But what about the bugs that can be not so cute and a little bit annoying? I get that, but they are still a part of nature, right? So if a bug gets in your house that you don't want there, or some kind of pest, maybe even a rodent, I don't know, is there a way that you can remove it without harming it? Is there a way that you can sort of catch it and release it rather than killing it and eliminating it completely? Depending on the situation, I understand this may not be always possible, but a lot of the time it is if you just calm down for a moment and you take a moment to reflect and think about what are the options here. Think about where you are spending your money, what sort of products you are buying, how are they treating the environment, but also yourself. You might need to cut down a tree at some point on your property because you want to build the house there. I don't know. I'm not saying don't cut down trees ever, but of course, don't do it if it's not necessary. If you feel like it is necessary, ask it for permission, ask it for forgiveness, give it some love beforehand, and then plant a new tree in its place, or 10 new trees in its place, right? What can you do to give back? What can you do to give back and to express your love and appreciation towards Mother Earth? If you want her and you expect her to support you and to guide you, it has to start with you, right? With your actions, with your intentions, and then she can respond. And that's how you begin to allow her into your life and allow her to support you. Now, the last thing was mentioned a little bit already, but I want to get a little bit more specific here, which is tapping into the feelings that you want to experience in your life through nature, right? If you want freedom, find ways to feel freedom in your life now. And one of the greatest ways to do that is through nature, because nature is free, it's untamed, it's wild, right? If you want more abundance in your life, then find ways to feel abundance now in nature. You can just go outside and look at the clouds. There's an abundance of clouds in the sky. Even if it's a clear day, you know the clouds are there and they're just going to come back and they're going to move on and go somewhere else, but they're always there. Go to the beach and just be conscious of all those little grains of sand. There's millions and trillions of grains of sand in one beach. Imagine all the beaches in the world. You know, it's abundant. How many blades of grass exist in the world? It is abundant, okay? Even though certain people and things sometimes try to make us believe that the earth is, you know, the resources are limited and they're running out. I mean, there is some truth to that, of course. How we treat her is going to determine to a degree how she responds back and how much she's regenerating herself and all of these things. But really, at any time we can be wiped out, she is still going to be here. And she will, at some point or another, regenerate herself and continue because she is abundant. So find those ways for you to feel the abundance now, and that will bring more abundance into your life. So basically all of these ways, it all comes down to establishing that connection with her, right? Building the trust and appreciation for her, being more conscious and aware of her in your life all the time. If you can, have plants and things around you in your house as well. Bring some of her into your house as well. That's beneficial. But just through this connection with her and being more conscious and aware and taking the time to just spend time with her, you will begin to open your heart and to open yourself to the gifts and the support, the guidance that she has for you, because she does have it. She has it for all of us, and it's like nothing you've ever felt. It's unconditional love and support. And if you do feel you've had a childhood where maybe this is something that you're experiencing right now, where you feel that you are lacking support, or people's love for you is conditional. You never really had, you know, someone to hold you or embrace you like you really needed or desired. She can be there for you. She can be that for you. And I know because I've experienced it, and you can too. It's not just for me. I'm not special. It's for everyone. We are all children of the earth. We come from the earth, and when our spirit moves on and our body dies, it will go back to the earth. So recognize this and work on building that connection with her first and that trust. And then once you start doing this consistently and you feel a stronger connection, now is the time where you can begin to share your intentions with her. You can ask her for guidance. You can ask her for an answer or to show you the way. And you will also then be at a place where you have the trust and you know that she's going to show up for you and she is going to support you. And once you share that intention and you release it into the universe, you can sit back and relaxed, calm and confident that she is going to respond and you are going to get the desire, and you will get the guidance that you desire. So I hope you found that helpful. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. I would love to hear if you've tried any of these things before and how it went for you. So please share it in the comments if you feel called to do that. Or maybe one of these ways of connecting with Mother Earth really stood out to you and you feel called to do it, and use the comment section to express that, and as potentially a way to commit to that, to deciding to take that next step and apply this and start doing it. Out of the 7 ways that we went over today, which one are you going to start with? Which one really resonated with you? And are you going to begin to incorporate into your daily life?